Hey everybody, this is World War Guy here today, and today I wanted to do a review video. I don't think I've done one in quite a while, but I thought it was a good time to do one. This one is on something a little bit unique, I would say, and this is on the World War II Belgian identification bracelets. Now, we have two examples here. The bottom one is the original one. This is the one that belonged to my great-grandfather when he served. Oops. And this is the reproduction that we will be reviewing today. Now, before I begin, I do want to talk about the website. This is where I got it done, La Petite Piece. It is a French-owned company. I think it's a one-man shop. He works on his own. It's not a very big company like at the front, but he does very good stuff. This is really the only time I've really dealt with him, but based on reviews from other people for different items, based on the things he sells, he knows his stuff. He really takes good care with the items that he makes or reproduces and so on. As well as he does sell a lot of original items, I can see there. There's the information. I'll let you guys read that, and I'll also put links in the description. Alright, now if you do go on the website, you probably won't find a service for this. And that's because it is still relatively new to him. The way I got this is I followed his Instagram. I saw he was posting pictures of examples that he had done, and I asked him, like, hey, do you produce these? Like, do you ship to the US? Can I get one? And we talked. We settled on a price and so on, and that's how I got it. So if you do want to get this done, you will have to email him directly and ask him if it is possible. I'm sure he'll be happy to do so because, hey, more business for him. But now let's get to the actual review. So I will say, for something that's actually pretty niche and not very popular, it is very well done and I'm extremely happy with it. If you look at the main disc, you can see it's relatively the same width, a little bit more thin, but nothing too drastic. He has the correct, holes punctured there. Of course, his are a bit more neatly done, while the original ones are more crude, but that's nothing I'm going to complain about. Looking at the actual punching of the characters, the original ones are a slightly different font, as you can see that, as well as they appear to be a bit deeper. Now, for some people, the different font might be a deal breaker. For me, I don't really mind because, like I said, this is a niche thing. You don't find many companies who do French or Belgian ID bracelets. You see a lot of US and Germans, but not much for this kind. So getting the exact same font, to me, is not the biggest deal. As you can see, it's still very accurate. What I love about this are actually the mistakes. So you can see on the reproduction one, the letters are not very aligned correctly. You can see he had to do the second S twice, while on the original one, you can see it's not very fancy either. Another example is on the back. You can see he did the 9 right there about, 4 times it looks like, while on the original one, looks like they even started the name on the wrong side, and that 4 is all crooked. So you can see there's imperfections, and to me, that's actually really great. That actually makes it a lot more accurate than if it was precisely done, and I really much do appreciate that. Of course, I sent him pictures of the original one, and he copied them perfectly. He made sure to keep the appropriate gaps where it was needed, and it turned out very well. Now, of course, like I said, he's located in France, and I'm sure in France they get more French reenactors than Belgian reenactors. So of the disc lying around, I'm sure the French ones had this bottom hole here, while the Belgian ones didn't have. Now, that's not something I really complain about because, like I said, niche, thing to do. So he probably has more orders for French ID bracelets rather than Belgian ones. So I'm not upset about that hole there, but that's something to consider if you are a stickler for that. Now, for the more critical part, I would say, the bracelet. So you can see the original Belgian ones. These are pretty small chains here, or chain links. And because of that, it's a lot more easy to, roll into a ball. It fits your wrist a lot better. Now, these ones are very long. One of these chain links is about the length of 2 of these. So, of course, wearing it around my wrist, it's not very comfortable. You do have to get used to it. To attach it, you just have this normal ring, which is what the original ones would have had. I just don't have it. Now that is just the one thing I would maybe complain about, is how big these are. Now, of course, he might be folding these by hand, so if he went smaller, it might be a lot harder for him, which is probably why he had to do the big ones. So I understand in that regards. If you do decide to do this, when you measure your wrist, I basically told him my exact wrist measurement, and I said maybe add 2 centimeters for room. Probably add. It's better to go more than too little, or too much than too more. So if you, whatever your exact wrist size is, whatever that is, add, I'd say 5 centimeters to it. And if it's too big, you can always fold these down a little bit. You can modify it to fit your wrist a bit better. I was lucky enough, I was able to expand these just enough that it would fit my wrist correctly, because those 2 centimeters really weren't enough to make it comfortable. For the price, I think with shipping and everything, I paid about $25 or $26, which I'm not upset with. I think that's a fair price. I've seen American dog tags go for $40, so considering it came from France, I'm pretty happy with that, honestly. But yeah, small review that ended up taking a bit longer than I was expecting, but I hope it was worth it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope to help you. If it did, drop a like, write a comment, share, and subscribe. But besides that, you guys have a great day.